Okie dokie. Let's check out what other people are doing before I start my own stuff here. Okay, I was like, the bird has a goatee. No, that is a gun sticking through its body. Oh, they even have a shader for when it passes behind the thing, too. Crazy. Yeah, okay, and the number go up. Sort of level and toxicity. Interesting. Yeah, they'd kick member. Playing a birthday party. With 3 cats and a cake. And the other party has a boombox. Apparently 3 cats is not cool. Boombox, yay! Okay. Why is it coming out of the center of the face there? Interesting. Okie dokie. Well, that was fun. Some cool people doing some cool stuff. I had a brain blast. Stick fight. I realized, wait a second. You know what other thing that is very visually simple that also does the occasional, like, spirit bomb nonsense? Is, stick fight. Is Stickman games. Okay, so there's a pipe for the lower leg. Yeah, okay, it is just a pipe, 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 and a ball. I'm just gonna do that in Unity. That's just a bunch of cylinders and stuff. Okay, I guess I'm not done with Discord. Ooh. Looking very low poly, but I like it. Yeah, okay, so you're doing full, like, sumo wrestlers. Instead of, like, what I did with the Regally Rotund, where it was sumo wrestling vaguely, but then, or it was sumo wrestling mechanically, but a blob otherwise. Okay. So now character. We're gonna redo you. And I realized a outline sheet is probably gonna be a good idea for you too. Okay, how about a stick figure instead of stick fight? Stick figure. Well, and that's the secondary thing, is if I look up stick fight for videos. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's them doing giant lasers. I'm like, yeah, wait a second. Wait a flippin' second here. Stick figure. Okay, so and a lot of people don't do anything. The single pipe in the middle of the body is basic human stick figure poses. And for some reason, a basic human stick figure pose is throwing a spirit bomb pose? Really? That's surprising to me. Okay. Well, that works. Okay, they're almost all, like, similarly lengthed pipes. Interesting. Okay, so... the head is the one thing that can actually stay. Everything else can hide. So then we do... cylinder, this will be the body. Okay, and then we do like a 0.2. That might be a little too thin. Still just a sphere collider and they roll. But now I'm just missing sound effects, music, and filling the level with stuff. Models are all done. Congrats. You see, it's the nice thing about doing just like a ball model and stuff too, is that like you don't have to, it's just not a lot of... it's looking almost too thick now. Oops. there. And then not on the Y. The Y actually stays the same. There we go. Oh, I'm looking at the animator. There we go. And we'll stick with the basic length O pipe there too. Oh yeah, and ad break. Actually, I will use it. Okay. I don't know that I said I was gonna be right back. The screen there said I was gonna be right back. But instead I did just get distracted by social media. Okay, so we do an arm. Do I want to do like a half size or something? Head's looking a little big compared to the body, maybe? I don't know. Not super familiar with that I controlled what was on the screen. Nah. It's okay, yeah, I did have the I could switch to a be back whenever. Be back sometime. It's all relative. You just gotta have patience there. Patience. Young Padawan. I have no clue how. Everybody's young, everybody's a kid. That's... do like that size, maybe. Okay, because then I think I want to do another one. Oh, this is the right upper arm. So arm, right, upper, and then we'll do this again. Well, and I do say patience on a, you know, during a game jam, where you kind of want to be going fast. Oh, I did see the Oxbot update there of the birthday party. Let's just make an arm look really big, but I don't. It's so funny to me that here's a basic human stick figure. First page, it's got, here's a stick figure throwing his beard bomb. Guess I could move the, yeah, birthday battler. Okay. Yeah, I did find it funny that it was a party of 4 cats. And then a boombox. Nah, the boombox is what won out. Oh, different party venues even. Wowee. Okay, why is the number coming out of the center of the face? Seems a little odd to me. I'm assuming it yeah, sometimes all you need is a boombox. Okay, they do like skinny. No, it is pretty dang skinny. Maybe I did too thick for the pipe. So maybe just thin up all these. That's where he stores the number? I would have assumed coming out of like the top of the head out of the, instead of the center of the face, but I don't store numbers in my body anywhere that I know of. Okay, so now we also, yeah, okay, it's this first arm is going to take a little bit of time to figure out. But once I get one limb going, it should be easier to get the rest of them going, because then I'll have the sizes figured out. Something like that, maybe? Oh, inside the mouth? Wait, you spit out the numbers? Barf up the number at the party? Oh, this is the lower arm, rather. This guy looks better than the last guy. Well, it was that realization that I'm like, oh, wait a second, you know, stick figures are also known for doing, like, anime moves. And, like, oh, a stick figure would make much more sense. And it was like, oh, a stick figure's super easy to put together because I don't even have to model anything. I can just drag it together in Unity. A little clunky to just do it in Unity, but that's fine too. It's a jam. It does not need to be the best around. Well, I guess if you want to win the jam, I guess it needs to be the best. I ain't gonna win nothing. Except for pride in the fact that I got microphone implementation stuff working. I do kind of want to do a high score thing too. I have not done like a high score table. So I think that might be kind of a good thing to mess with at some point too. Okay, so that is looking good. Size-wise for the arms and stuff. Okay, so now we copy you and then rotate you. Okay, wait. Idea. Break this up into different game objects that I can then modify. So arm. Okay, character, head, body, arm should be attached. Oops. Should be reset, then attached to the body. Then these should be attached to the arm. Then I can copy this arm right. I do find it funny that this guy looks better than the last guy, and it's just an arm. It's just a body, a head, and an arm, and it's like, it's already better. Oh, okay, well. Then arm left, and then this way I can just do that. Hey. Then arm left. I don't know if I have these labeled or mislabeled or not. Ruh-roh, Raggy. You're supposed to be... Okay, I lied. Yeah, speaking of ruh-roh, Raggy. What was it that I was singing that got me on What's New Scooby-Doo? What the flippin' heck? Why in the heck are you not aligned with this? I don't understand. I don't think I rotated it that other direction. Got a date with a haircut. Check back later. I should very much do that too. I should have done a haircut last weekend, and I had a 3-day weekend, and then I proceeded to sit around doing absolutely jack diddly squat, and was like, gosh dang it, bud. Every 3-day weekend this happens. I'm like, I have an extra day. And then I completely waste the extra day doing absolutely nothing. And I go, gosh, it's a whole extra day. But yeah, I'm getting pretty shaggy here. I'm like, it's been haircut time for a while. And I haven't done it. Okay. Now, do I want to just copy this and then rotate it around the X 180? Or is that gonna just look kind of goofy? I mean, that almost works. I am aiming for pure, like, speed here. So this is leg. Right. Yeah, kind of funny. YouTube gave me a video from this artist that was like messing with a synthesizer, and then when I go look up the music that they have, it's all like calm, folksy stuff, and I'm like, oh, I kind of liked the electronic stuff, but Okay, yeah, I suppose that works. I did want to add an outline shader. I don't know if that's really super necessary, but... Now what kind of color do I want? Well, the head kind of masks the fact that the arms and legs are literally the exact same pose. I could kind of change the angles of the arms and legs too, just to make it a little different. Oh, and they are directly straight out. Actually, so what happens if I rotate you forward a bit? Does that? Okay, so let's just do 50. That's 500. 50. And then we just rotate the other one. Negative 50. I don't want to do the math. Do the math. Do the math. Made $1 million a month. Bitch, do the math. Okay, I lied. Is it not the right answer then? There. So 130. No. 120. Okay, 130 then? It just hadn't reflected the change. Okay, wait. If I do... What's the leg facing fully to the front? 90. Okay, so I just need it to be... So that's minus 40, so plus 40. 90 plus 40 is 130. Okay, there we go. I did the math. Okay, not the strongest pose, leg-wise, but that's okay. And maybe the torso's a bit long. Hard to tell. Maybe just a bit long. It didn't change anything. But now can I move the legs up a little bit? No, not really. Okay, let's just leave it. That's a guy. Took me half an hour. Okay, so now that's why I popped open multiple projects, is so that I can go here and go here and go here and go here and then go back to here and then here and here and then here and then here and then here. Okay, so now stole the outline shader to then go back through all of these things. And I could do another empty object for the arms too. Seeing how I was kind of manipulating both at the same time. Okay. So you. Okay, whatever. Now, yeah, we'll keep the old one just cause. Now everybody, no, literally everybody. You don't have a model. Yeah, okay. Literally everybody. Can I? No. Because the other ones are not available right now? Oh, the other ones are empty. Okay, so give me the models purely. So this and this and this and this. Yeah, okay, so not the empties. Body and head. There we go. Now I can do a shader, outline shader. Outline. So is that working? Are you doing it or not? No, not really. Yeah, okay. I do think this little guy is better. Yeah, I think I need to change the color. So that's why I wanted to do the outline, was to see if that pops a little better. Okay, but whatever. This works for now. And I'm actually okay with the planet. Like, as silly as it looks, because it's low poly and, like, the noise mesh. I'm like, if the low poly feel, I think, works with a Dragon Ball game. Like, to me, personally, but... Okay, and then I need to kill the audio. Okay, the gray just looks a little too... I don't know what color I would want to do, though. The gray just feels like it's not doing it. Actually, can I tilt the legs back? What in the world are you doing? No? You don't wanna... You wanna stretch them? Okay, well then do this and rotate it. What? Okay, well then do... Oh, these are not labeled correctly. Arm upper right. Okay, you're the one labeled correctly. And this is arm left. Let's actually label these correctly. Just in case I want to... I don't know if the animation's gonna care about what these are named. This is leg right. I guess closer to the body. Whatever. Wait, the lower is closer to the body. Yeah, okay, the lower is closer to the body. Sure. This is leg left. And the leg right. No, leg left. Okay, so now you're labeled correctly. Now the question was, can I rotate y'all, or are you gonna do that weird stretching thing? Okay, I want to rotate you just back that away. No. Yeah, this feels like I'm grabbing both of them, but then when I try to rotate it... Why is that your decision? Okay, nope, I give up. It's just gonna look like that. I could rotate the individual pipes themselves, but okay, whatever. It doesn't matter here. Okay, the shaders for the different things on the character. Why in the heck is the shaders not working either? Outline shader. Outline shader is, in fact, doing the thing, right? Oh, the outline thickness is not set, most likely. Okay, materials. No, wait. Okay, that might have been what it was complaining about. Outline. God balls. Okay, and then shaders. Outline shader. And now we go back to these. Get rid of that. And then do... Why you no looky like you doy anything? That's also just the arms too. Okay, how am I doing the outline on these then? Prefab. A grid cube here. Oh, I guess not that prefab. Pin? Okay, I know the ball has it. Are these models? Okay, the ball. Shader graphs, outline shader. Yeah, there, it looks black. Outline thickness, okay. There we go. Looking good. What, you mean this project? I was like, this is the thing that I'm... Unless you're talking I look good? Thank you. I'll take the compliment. I think I look about the same as I do every day. There we go. Okay, so now you have an outline thickness. Are you actually visible? You're not looking visible. Oh, no, I lied. You are. Okay, so thicker. Also, it's only on you, and 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 you. But not you. Yeah, okay. And then not you. So we get rid of it, and then say, oops, I lied. I want it back. There. Outline. And then go... Nah, thick, bruh. We want that thick. All of the above. I'm looking good. This is looking good, and my other project's looking good. This is the one I'm really excited about. Well, there's still so much to do with this, but okay. And here, there we go. Thickness like 2. Okay, maybe a little less. 1.5. Okay, maybe a little less. 1.2. 1.1. Kind of needs to be exaggerated because these pipes are just not doing it. They're not having it. Okay, yeah, you're not gonna see it from that distance. But I did want at least some kind of outline. Okay. So, stick figures. So stick fight. What's that? There was a stick fight game that just came out on Steam, I thought. Okay, stick fight, I think. These do not have any shading on them. These are just flat colors. Because then I can just do unlit. Yeah, okay, they just did flat color for these guys. Oh, is this the game that yeah, stick it to the stick man. That's the one I was thinking of. Oh, they have a glow.
Oh my God, he's got a gun. Welcome, new employee. What would you like your wages to be? Get 2 pistols. All right, I assume we have to get there.
Oh, they're all glowing. Interesting. Okay, so maybe I lied. Maybe we just do a unlit material. Not what I meant. This material. This will be stick man, in which it will be unlit color, and that color is going to be black. And let's see how that looks on you and 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 you, and also you and you. Can you show me these things? Okay, now can I switch out the material? There we go. Okay, now stick command under over that. That does pop a little better. That was the one problem, is the character's not really popping much, but... Okay, and... I don't know. Maybe just a different color or something too? Who knows? Whatever. Okay, so that's something, the outline shader doesn't matter if I do like... Well, okay. If I do a different color, then the outline shader will matter. Okay. Yeah, and it's like the planet looks jank as hell, but I'm also okay with that right now. Because at least the noise texture tells you, okay, every time I talk, I can actually see the planet moving. And I don't care if it looks a little low poly and a little sad and rocky and whatever. Yeah, that's the one problem, is if I do like a super huge... Again, not super huge, but if I do a large one, then the camera can get engulfed. Okay, so now I can also just change out the color. So if I do like a red, actually maybe a bright color is a good idea, because it is right under that blue ball. That's a bit bright, but I don't know. Anybody have a particular color? Or I just do a random color. I could just do a random color. Do an RGB stick person. Yeah, because if I do a dark background, like I said, if I wanted to do a homage to something like Dragon Ball, I could do like an orange. I do like orange as well. Okay, you know what? We're gonna just leave it as whatever color it happens to be. Sure, why not? Whatever. Yeah, I guess the little guy for scale. Yeah, okay. Feels like I can see it from a little further away now. Okay. Well, that gives you a little guy for scale. I guess if I can add more little guys for scale, that'd be good. Well, maybe. No, I think I need buildings and stuff if I want to do, like, actual things for scale, but whatever. Okay, and... the screen shake does so much. Okay. That's the character. That was 45 minutes spent on the character. What was the next thing? Okay, so the character looks good. Looks better. The outline is slightly jank, but I think from a distance. Like, this is the closest it'll ever be by a lot. So, I think that I can get away with that. Okay, the Starry Night background. Did I want to mess with that? Did I want to mess with audio? Those are the two big things I wanted to try to tackle. Because the audio is not cutting it. Yeah, no, that's kind of... It just looks neat. I think this looks fairly good, which is kind of weird, kind of wild for me, because if it's me making a game by myself, that doesn't typically happen. Another ad. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna just push through. Whatever. Just screw the ad. Oh, actually, the target is another character, right? Yeah, okay. So technically, there is another character there that you just can't see at all. Yeah, they're not actually on the planet. I don't think they're even near it, but whatever. It's... What if I do daylight? Because I was kind of thinking of doing the, like, okay, the bigger the ball gets, the dimmer the light gets too. Yeah, this kind of works. And then it's just a matter of... Oh, I guess it does make the character a little easier to see. Well, but you're just gonna get so big with the spirit ball if you just sit there going, ah! And yelling into the mic, then. Okay, I don't need to add the polish thing of the day-night cycle. I don't need to add the light getting dimmer as the ball gets bigger. But it's like, wait. That would take like 2 seconds there, right? No. We do these things not because they are easy, but because we thought they would be easy. Which means don't do it. It's not going to be easy. It's a polish thing for later. The 2 things I should focus on right now is the Starry Night background and the audio. I said I'm doing another art pass, so the Starry Night background is the next thing, of which I just didn't want to sit here watching a video. That's really all it comes down to.
Welcome back to the channel.
Okay, you know what? So I'll do that over lunch then. That's what I'll do. I'll watch that over lunch. If I don't want to do that right now. Let's not do that right now. Okay. So. Okay, if the camera ends up inside of the explosion, for now that's okay. Audio. Let's fix the audio. The 2 audio things I need are the charging sound effect. I need that to sound good and or better. And then I need an explosion sound effect. What would work as a good explosion? Okay, back to watching this again.
Share your energy with me.
And then because I don't know any kind of audio manipulation software. I know Audio Tool has some effects you can do. And samples and stuff. If it still exists. This is one of those things that I'm surprised still exists. I keep thinking that it'll die and disappear. Was that me logging it or not? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say this is so old. It's even the old username. No, I don't need to add Audio Tool to my home screen. I'm not gonna use it that much. I don't know what a good explosion sound effect is. Okay, give me some examples, some samples. Explosion. And I mean, I could go looking through. What? Oh, presets. There we go. Explosion. Sci-fi explosion? This is a way to fiddle around with the notes or something, right? It's not really doing it for me. I'm listening to these as notes and stuff too. It's like, Yeah, it's also, can I modify this to... Oops, hide this. Stop showing the notes. I didn't mean to get rid of it entirely, but whatever. Okay. I really should learn like a Fruity Loops or something. Did it not show up with a note track? I don't know how to manipulate it otherwise. Do you not have note tracks? Because it's like a drum loop or something. I'm not even hearing that one. Okay. It's again, do I have something that I can just use? Acid explosion.
Everyone, please share your energy with me. It's coming. Go! You are awesome. I can't wait to see what you'll do next time. Later.
Giant spirit bomb, and then yeah, it's that like rumble. It's like, do I have anything that does like a nice rumble or something? Because it's like I do have like marbles, but I think this is like a glass. I have like coins and stuff, but that's I don't think that's gonna get me a nice like rumble. If I turn the vibration on my Xbox controller while it rattles around on a surface or something, will that get me a rumble? I think that is the what I'm looking for. Maybe I'll go grab the stuff to play with and see. Okay, I got some random stuff, which I think I'm just gonna end up doing the like, yeah. But that's that same noise that I'm already using. It's not really a rumble, necessarily. Yeah, it's like marbles. It's not a rumble. It's like a more high-pitched glass sound. Wait, if I click the stone balls together. I could do that instead of that. I don't know. Like, would that work as a... Well, okay, wait, if I flip it. Sure, you know what, maybe we try that as the, charge sound effect. And then can I change the pitch? Okay, let's go into Audacity and try. Wow, you're not picking that up as a sound at all, at least what it looks like. Okay, so now we do... Amplify, please. Amplify it by a lot, please. No? Boost the volume, please. Okay, if I boost the volume, that's fine. But if I do... Yeah, it's actual volume. Why is amplify? Oh, because I don't have anything selected. It didn't tell me that though. Amplify. There we go. Okay, then can I modify this in some way, shape, or form? Okay, I don't need the spike where it clinks. Okay, and then I cut off the end. It doesn't need to be super long either. Okay, no, that has a desk sound, I think. Oh, okay, well. Then pause it and get rid of it. There we go. Okay, yeah, just do that. And then loop that. No, you're cutting off at the wrong spot. Okay, that sounds a little better for a loop. Okay, now, can I modify that in some way, shape, or form? Add an effect, I guess. I don't even know what these are. Oh, okay, I can. Maybe like a wah wah. Sure, I don't know. I don't know what any of this is. Okay, wait, can I also normalize it? Yeah, okay, you know, let's just use Audacity here. Effect to normalize was, I think, the... Yeah, normalize? I don't know what... I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that even... Okay. There's some scratchy stuff. Can I get rid of... Is it like a compressor or something? I don't know what any of this means. So it's... I don't know. We'll just keep adding stuff. Bass. Lots of bass. I guess. No, it's the rocks scratching together that's kind of working as an effect, but also kind of not working as a... Sure. Again, I don't know how any of this works. No, the bass's sound effect is not working. It's not working. Yeah, it sounds like more like an alarm on like a... It's like a sci-fi alarm on a ship or something, as opposed to like it charging. Hey, I'm not an audio guy. Okay, can at least kill the audio when it is in flight. So that'll help. Audio source. It's just playing the whole time. So the audio source. And then just stop when it is thrown. Okay. Yeah, and if I want, I can try to animate the stick guy a little bit, but for now, it's good. Okay, and... it wasn't assigned. Ay, 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 every time. Okay, the audio source. Go there. So now it should cut it off when it gets thrown. Yeah, if I could get this sound a little better. Yeah, and then I just need an explosion rumble sound effect there. And that's really all I need for audio. Oh, I do have the button audio. Did I add that? I did. Okay. So, go to the main menu. Go to the... oh, wait. Go to the prefabs, the UI pause menu. Then I can add an audio component. That is this. That is not play on awake, and it's not loop either. Then on the resume button, when you click on it, it can go to the pause menu and the audio source and play. And then same thing for the exit, the quit button, despite the fact that that's not gonna matter at all. Because when you quit, it's going to immediately stop playing the game. Okay. The font. Did the font ever fix itself? It says I have a Locker Gnome font here, but then when I go to anything to change it to that font, it doesn't pick it up. Yeah, okay, so it did not ever pick up that font. Fonts Locker Gnome? What's your major malfunction here? It generated the font atlas just fine. Okay, I guess we try a different font then, just to see. I already have the font here. And I already have it on public domain. I have it on cartoon. Dingbats. Holiday. Various holiday. Hooked on booze. That's it. Okay. Various fancy, I guess. Nah, these are fancy. I like the Locker Gnome one. I don't know why it's not working for me. Yeah, and I could pull over that other font, but no, it's because I want that like a kind of cartoon font. That's not bad. Oh, what is like stick fight? Wait a second. If I am doing more, A lovely hour for screaming. I'm not screaming right now. I'm listening to other horrible sound effects. Like my, yeah, this sound effect. This kind of scratchy sound effect that it sounds more like an alarm siren on a sci-fi spaceship than it does some kind of explosion thing. And then I gotta figure out the explosion sound too. Because, and the silence, I like the silence as it travels. I think that is impactful, where you go from like, okay, I'm screaming a whole bunch, and then it does the silence until it does the explosion of the results. So I just need to figure out an explosion sound as well. But instead of screaming, I'm just listening to horrible sound effects. Stick fight also does. Let's stick figures. Okay, stick it to the stick man. What does this look like font-wise? What in the world? That's what the bit.ly thing is? Okay, just stick it to the stick man then. Stick it to the stick man. Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed I did switch out the character with a stick person on it, because I was like, wait a second, that was my morning realization that I'm like, oh, you know what, the other characters that do the like Dragon Ball Z thing are also stick figures, so yeah, can they give these guys all like a glow, which is an interesting idea. Yeah, okay, they are doing something different than Dragon Ball. I'm trying to get... It just sucks that I have a font that I like, that it just isn't picking up. This paper cuts isn't bad. It's like, I don't know if I grab a new font, if that's actually... Yeah, this Locker Gnome, I was like, it's got Gnome in the title even. And then Unity was like, here you go. Here's your font, Atlas. There's your font. I'm like, oh, thanks. Great, so let me go over here and add the font. Oh, wait, there's no font. I tried resetting it a couple times. I tried updating the texture atlas a couple times. I don't know why it's being estupido. Okay, were there any other... Let's just try another one of these, I guess. Yeah, it's because I'm also trying to stick with public domain, so that just doesn't give me a ton of options. Oh, I guess this gives me the stars. I know Dragon Ball Z has some kind of like star effects. I don't know if Stickmen have like a star effect. This is not a great way to sell your font with 2 letters. Maybe this Rainbow 2000. Okay, yeah, this works more with the like doodle aspect. If I am going for more, okay, so let's try this too. Let's see if this one works better. So I download the font. We extract it. Then yeah, just the regular. So install the regular font. Okay, then the yeah, is this the font? Yeah, true type font file. That is the thing that I throw in here, right? And then we go to window, text, font asset creator, this other font asset, Rainbow 2000, hit generate the font asset, save it. So now I have this Rainbow 2000 font asset. So this will tell me whether I'm goofing up this import process or something. And then I go here, and I go here, and say, what the heck am I missing here? You generated the font atlas. I can see it here. That's how I... Okay, and then if I go back to my other project where I have a different font. Okay, so instead of shaders, give me assets, fonts, true type font file, and then these assets, fonts. So let's just pull over Fred Roca then. I do want the font to just look different. Okay. There. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to look like. So this is not correct. TMP font asset. Wait. Did I click the wrong thing specifically? Like it's a... Get the font features. Oops. Save as an asset. Okay, as an asset then? Sure, replace it. Okay, TMP font. Dadgummit, how do you... So now it lets me do Fred Roca. That's not... Yeah, I was like, that's not the vibe I want, though. That works for Plunk, but not... I want more like cartoony, doodly kind of vibe. Okay, so the... Okay, now if I go look at Fred Roca over here... Fred Roca? Just Fred. Oh, there's lots of Fredericks and stuff. What's it called? Fredoka. There's no R. There's no R in there. I knew I was doing it wrong. Fredoka. Okay, I did get it somewhere else. These true type font files are exactly what I was using here, though, right? Fredoka, one regular true type font file. Okay. This looks... I don't even recognize this song. This looks different entire... Okay, what... No, bugger off for... Okay. What step am I messing up here? That this is generating me a font asset, and this is generating me a TMP font asset. Font asset creator. Wait. Is it a TMP font asset creator? Text Mesh Pro font asset creator. There we go. Yay! I figured out the... Okay. I just dumb. Save over it. There we go. Okay, now I got both of them. It was just a... Unity is stupid in that it has multiple... Everybody uses Text Mesh Pro at this point, I would assume. Like... I could understand wanting to... Okay. There we go. Gee whiz. Okay. Problem solved, finally. So you, and you, and you, and... You... And you... And you, and... Locker Gnome. try. Yeah, let's try some locker now. I gotta change the size and the. Okay, I'm messing with fonts now. I figured out the font problem. I can go back to listening to some music. Okay, now you and you and you. Okay, so now we gotta go back to you and you and you and you and we're just gonna repeat that over and over and over again. Double it? Nah, it doesn't need to be doubled, just one hundo. Okay, and then mic sensitivity. That probably needs to just be doubled. Nope, again, not doubled. 300? Why did that not? It's the same. It's the same thing. Why is this not? Oh, 40? No. I just changed it here, right? Didn't it just show me 300? I hit enter? I guess I didn't hit enter. There we go. Okay. So now are you gonna update this? What? Where's my zeros? What in the world do you think you're even doing, you dumb? Jeepers. Oh, the buttons. Maybe I don't care enough. Let's do a different color. Like a red or a yellow, because I think that's what's... do I want to just... Okay, wait, can I pull up Dragon Ball Fighter, I guess Sparking Zero? $70? Okay, no, I'm not gonna... Yeah, it's not gonna show me any UI or menus or anything. Give me the Fighter Z, because I have that one. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. And then do you... Okay, you have some amount of UI. And the question I was trying to ask was, what do the buttons look like? Okay, well, how about we just do this instead? Let's say, what do the buttons look like on Dragon Ball? I don't have it downloaded, because this is a new computer. And I think I'm also just going to push through the ads. Enough with these breaks. Do I want to download it? No. Am I going to? Yes. There's a very, very slim chance that my friends might want to play some Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I think it's well past this. I think it's moved on to Street Fighter 6 and Guilty Gear, the fighting games that get played nowadays. And that's about it. Okay. Oh, and I did barely start the timer on the last one. Is that a little painful to look at? Possibly. You don't have the outlines anymore, you dumb. Kinda need the outlines on these. Pause menu, the text, and then for some reason it does the outline on literally everything. Yuck. Actually, yeah, these are thick letters. I could do a thick outline. Dang, dude, even while I'm streaming and stuff, he was able to do that? I kind of want, like, just some misshapen box to be the button. Like, how hard is that to do? Oh, and I guess Well, now that it's here, I guess we'll start it up for just a second. Just to see, what do the buttons look like? Yeah, we'll see if I mess with the options, but... Okay, I'm glad I figured out the font problem, and then it was just I clicked the wrong flippin' thing. Okay, wait, the preview... Why do you say 3? 300? Yeah, what the heck is wrong with you? Oh. No, we're not even gonna kill the music. Press the any button. You're not gonna pick up anything. There we go. These are heckin' boring buttons. I thought they would have done a little more interesting. They just add a shadow to the text. Well, maybe we do that then. Yeah, okay, that's what they do for the buttons. Okay. These aren't, it's a nice chunky font, so. So now the resume button. Just get rid of the sprite. Can you, okay, I lied. Put it back, do UI sprite again then. And then instead, can we do the normal color is just straight up nothing? There we go, okay. It's hard to separate the button from the text there. Okay, well then, since I'm not doing the options menu just yet, y'all can hide. And then quit. We do the same thing, hide the background there. And then give me like a bright red or an orange or something. No, give me like a bright red. That's the UI sprite. The text is here. The vertex color. That's a bit bright. I don't care. Whatever. Okay. And then that's still clickable because it's just an invisible button. Oh. I don't want... so change the text color? Color tint. Yeah, see, it's kind of where I want to just do a sprite swap with it, like... Just do a different sprite that's... Or, yeah, like an animation. Actually, you know what? How about nothing for now? Oh, well then that means I gotta go back and... Okay, color tint then. If you're gonna be so stupid, color tint, then the color tint for everybody. Highlighted color is nothing. And then the highlighted color is nothing. The selected color. Okay, and then yeah. No, it's the background. These are all backgrounds. So okay, there. I want all of these to be black on the bottom. Just don't show up any backgrounds for the buttons for now. It'll just be text and it won't be super easy, super clear as to what's selected. That's fine. Whatever. Okay. now, I have a button that you won't be able to tell whether it's highlighted or not. You click start, and it'll go to the next thing, and then you can go to, ta-da, kaboom. Okay, and then, so now what? That's the font. What did I say I was gonna do? The Starry Night background, the audio. I was working on the character art. I did this all out of order. Because the background is the thing that really, well, it's one of those things, if I feel like I have enough time and it'll take me half an hour to watch through the videos, so I still gotta do that. Okay. The audio, I think, is the next big thing to mess with. Beyond the background, the audio for the explosion is what I haven't figured out. The charge sound effect is awful. And then the other question is, do I want music too? That's the other big question, is music. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, no matter how big this gets, I'm pretty sure you're gonna see some amount of movement as to how big it gets. Well, okay, I guess when it's extremely super duper massive, you're not gonna see the edges of it, but you gotta get to an insanely huge size to get this to basically flat. Nobody's gonna sit here on this screen screaming for hours. Okay, then start. It starts off so intense. I mean, you're staring at just a bright white ball anyway, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, and as long as I get that star background, the visuals, I think, are gonna be done at this point. Okay, and then you press the button. It at least kills the audio. Yeah, it just needs the rumble. It just needs some kind of rumble there. It needs the Starry Night background, it needs the rumble. Then I can get the actual, like, timer. So instead of the space, it's a timer that says, okay, you have this amount of time to get to whatever's... Okay. I could also work on the gameplay, too. Okay, so the last two polished things are the Starry Night background and then the explosion audio. Okay, so timer and score to really tell you what your high score is. Then the background. Then the explosion audio. And I most likely should switch out the charging audio. It exists, it works, it's not good, but it exists and works. Yeah, and I could switch out the color on the character there too. Or like have it randomize the color. That might be kind of fun. Not super necessary, but might be kind of fun. Okay, so timer and score is kind of necessary for the actual gameplay. So canvas, the timer text can show up again. You can switch to being a locker gnome. And then I need the score text, which will tell you how big the bomb is. Just a match. Okay, so let me put score on you. Okay. Where do I want to put these is the question. So I was looking at, because this feels to me a little bit like a WarioWare micro game. And well, I guess these don't have like a score. These just have, here's the object, or here's the couple of objects in the game. it does have a score here. Well, okay. And you guys are both at the top of the screen right now. That's fine. Okay, so let's scooch the timer up a little bit. Scooch the score down a little bit, maybe. So, 25. Nah, how about like 30, and then the score. We do it like 70 or something. Okay, then the Spirit Bomb, I guess, is the game manager at this point. So timer and whatever other text. Do you have a text? You do have a text to Mesh Pro UGUI. Okay, this is why I don't let it do the text here, because then I'm like, what the fluff and heck is this? What text are you? Oh, you're just the game over text. So then we say it's the game over text, not whatever this is. Game over text. So now wherever M text. There we go. Okay, now the timer text and the... I wonder if my nose whistle can be heard on the stream when I'm breathing heavy. Timer text. Or when I'm blasting air out of my nose. No, okay, and then I didn't hear it. It comes and goes. Kind of weird. It's been like this year. I feel like it's become a thing. Gosh, getting old sucks. Score text. Yeah, I would love to get old enough to have like a big white bushy beard. But I think even when I get old, it'll be a not bushy gray beard. Or, you know, if I get old, it'll be a not bushy gray beard. Kind of a bummer. Never gonna fully look like a garden gnome. Or a tiny Santa Claus. Okay, so this is update the timer. Text is equal to time dot what does it actually tell me if I do like time since start or something? Real time since startup. Just out of curiosity, what does this spit out? It's a float. Okay. There. And then the score is going to be equal to text is going to be equal to not time. Wait, why would I want to do the same thing again? It's because it doesn't have any brain inside of it. It just says, oh, you just did that. Do you want to do that again? Yes. I bought a toilet seat. Of course, I want to buy 600 more toilet seats. The bomb size. Do it after it's calculated everything. I kind of want it to be after it's thrown, so I guess here then. Then it's equal to the bomb size dot magnitude. Yeah, there we go. Dot to string. There we go. And then this score text can go away. Oh, and now that Funbase is most likely gone, I was gonna ask how the new job is going. Gosh dang it. Also, wait, is Pagorli doing a game for the jam? Oh, bugger off. The important part of actually attaching the things. Timer text. Score text. Game over text. Okay. Oh, let's get rid of the decimal point. Yeah, because that's going to go crazy with the decimal points there. Oh, real time since... Well, it's like... Yeah, I don't know exactly what real time since start is going to do. Okay. So, toString, the format is... what's the formatting thing? What are these examples? Oh, I want the... It's just versions of... You just put toString at the end. No, I want... Give me one that has the, like... formatting of it. Okay, that's why I don't click on that. Can I do that? Is that a way to do something like that? Or is it like you gotta do hours, minutes, seconds? It's not a thing, is it? That's just gonna explode. And we'll just do a int. Okay. You, then. Turn that into an int. There we go. That's the int. Then you do a toString. I do want some amount of decimal points, though. I think, actually. I think that'll do a better... That'll show off the score a little better. Okay, so then can I do that? That's not how you do text formatting for numbers, is it? It's like H colon M M M M I I A A M I A M M I I A A. No. Wait a sec. No, that's exactly what I want. Oh, and it is growing a little bit. I forgot about that. Okay. Do I want to change the colors on these? I don't know. Well, it's working. Hell yeah. Okay. Maybe we just do the one number. Because that number, that one number there, flickering and flickering and flickering, is a little obnoxious. Okay, well the timer works. Maybe. I'd have to go from the main menu to see. Okay, so you are still updating. So you should only update while it's not thrown. So that's actually what it is. And then the timer should also only update while it's not thrown. So I did want to keep them together then, I guess. Well, because now it's just going to tell me the real time since startup only. So it's going to stop updating, but it's the actual number is still going to be. Yeah, okay, real time since startup being 4 seconds. So it's like I gotta figure out a different way to do that. Oh, and then did I want to change the format on there? I mean, I like how it's centered, but then it shakes so much. So you... Because if I do, like, a... yeah, if I... oops. If I do a left align and a left align. Then we scooch them over or something? I don't know. Well, let's just see what this looks like. Now I'm kind of seeing why this stuff gets jammed into a corner, because... Yeah, okay, that does look a lot better. Because then it's just this stuff going crazy on the end, and this is not moving as much. You could this is a stabilized number there, so... Maybe I go throw it in the corner then instead. And also, maybe I just do the 1 decimal point or something. Yeah, because if I make a lot of noise, then it really updates all the numbers like crazy. Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to get rid of the 1 on the end. The 1 on the end is just a little too crazy. So just the 1 decimal point. So the score is going to be that. The timer text is going to be that. I'll have to figure out a different way to do that. Oh, and then is there a way to do a high score table in Unity pretty easy, or no? Because I know people have done that for different jams and stuff, and I don't know if that's super easy to implement. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. What more do I want to get done? I'm not going to do the background just yet. I messed with the audio a little bit. I could mess with it a little more. I did say I was doing another art pass. I could... Well, it's watching that video that I'm not like, yeah, this Starry Night background would do so much for this. Okay, then I hit whatever's... Yeah, okay. Then it looks like that last number kind of stops, and you're like, okay, I have to keep putting in effort to try to scream and... Ah! Come on! Come on! 30 seconds! There we go. How funny that I got it exactly enough to fill the screen. I'm half tempted to put like a... Well, it's not going to do a decal, though. Because the actual target, you can't even see here. Oh, so actually, yeah, let's cut it off at 30 seconds instead of the space bar. So instead of this, it would be the timer. Okay, so then this, real time since startup. Is greater than or equal to... It is just a float, so... How does it do 30 seconds? Oh, I am just changing the formatting. Okay, what is it spitting out? Let's just see what it's spitting out. So keep the spacebar for now. What is it spitting out? Now, could I do... Why do I want the time.delta time? No, just this. I do want the time.delta time because I'm definitely having... Like, it feels okay in the dev version, and then I do the build, and it's like, oh, wait a second, that's gonna take 6 years to travel from one spot to the target. Oh, okay, so it's seconds plus whatever other. Okay, so it's counting it in seconds. So it is just 30 seconds. Okay, cool. So yeah, I just want to have it do 30 seconds of gameplay. Would you just yell for 30 seconds? Come on! Come on! Okay, then it does that. Funny that I got it to full screen filling again. It gets inside of the ball though at some point. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. It's like I could either move the camera or... Okay, so now it's just time dot real time since startup is greater than or equal to 30 seconds. Or, okay, we'll do charge time, in which it will be 30 seconds. Because that, yeah, then I could switch it out. For testing purposes, pretty easy. Yeah, okay. I think the one issue being, so let's test that too. Let's test multiple variables at once. No, that's not how you're supposed to do that, bud. It's one variable at a time, so then you know what's changed. Who's complaining? Audio source dot stop on Spirit Bomb. What do you mean? You're the one that has the audio source. Prefabs for the Spirit Bomb. You're the one playing the audio source, right? Where is it? Okay, go back to the other project then? Or other scene, rather. Spirit Bomb. Okay, you do have the audio source. You just decided to be dumb. Okay, there we go. Now, I can go back to the main menu. Main menu. And then let's... Oh, because music. It's like... What do I want to do for music? Bugger off! I just upped it. What in the flippin' world do you think you're even doing, you stupid? Okay, that's if these exist. Okay, because on the main screen they don't. If timer text is not equal to null, and score text is not equal to null, yeah, I typically watch a little, like, videos over lunch. But it's a nice, cool day out. And I did go for a walk this morning. But it almost seems like maybe I go for a walk at lunch here, too. Okay, weird that it crashing caused it to not... Okay, whatever. Okay, but this gives some sense of what the game is. Which I do like this as a main menu thing. I think it's a nice, fun, like, tutorialization, essentially, without actually being a tutorial. It's so intense. That was 30 seconds? Okay, yep. How big is this thing? What? It didn't look like it was that big. Why are you still going? Okay. That's not cumulative. This score is only within the scene. Okay, so the real time since startup is in fact an issue here. Okay, so it's time dots. What's time since the... Is there time since the scene started? Is that one of the variables? Unity time. God balls. So unity time. And then unity time since scene start. Real time since startup. But, okay. And I'm just using that, I guess, the... So why do they have a time since it actually started? And then not... Yeah, it's always one of these, like, okay, here's this complicated thing of, like... Yeah, it's so weird that they have real time. Time since the whole thing started, but they don't have a time since the scene started. Okay, well, let's just do a variable for... you know, timer's fine. No, what do you flippin' mean? I just timer as the... I don't have a variable. Type. Timer. Jeez. Okay. So now the... Okay, wait, the start time. Okay, now start time equals time. Real time since startup. And then we just do time is real time since startup minus the start time. Hopefully that does it. So just subtract it once it gets to this scene. Well, they didn't determine the score or anything. Yeah, Starry Night background is gonna do huge for this. It's gonna do a lot for this game to have an actual background. What do you flippin' mean, you dumb? What? Okay, what does the timer say then? Oh, so you're supposed to be... Yeah, okay, so you are just real time since startup. So, this will be current time then. So now current time is this. And then you are current time, and you are also current time. Yeah, we're just gonna plow through the ads. I don't want to take 3-minute breaks right now. Nobody's watching this anyway. For some reason, Down2Jam has... playing the games, I hope, should be a lot more viewers, but for development, it's like, wow, ain't nobody care. At least, or all of my audience are developers that are busy doing games for the jam. Okay, there we go. That looks like the timer's right. Okay, cool. Now I can see how long it takes, or how much I can get in 30 seconds. I don't want to just sit here screaming, though. I'll just peek the mic. I'm not a good screamer. I'm not a screamo kind of guy. I don't listen to screamo. I don't screamo. Okay, and... yeah, it's up over 5,000 again. Why are you not stopping the explosion now? What? How did that get ruined? What? Also, I'm realizing I could probably blow up the text a bit. Okay, why is the explosion not stopping? It's supposed to hit... oh, 3 times the size? If the target exists, and if the position is equal to the target position, so if it reaches the target, if the target exists, and the target, it reached the target, and the magnitude of the bomb is less than 3 times the thrown size, what? But then if the bomb magnitude is less than 3 times the, or 2 times the... why is this here? What, how did this get here? What is this? What? I guess I could go back through the VOD and see what the heck I did there. To mess that up. Okay, so we hit go. The timer looks okay. The numbers are looking okay. Now, for development purposes, let's cut the timer off a little earlier. More before 30 seconds. Yeah, now I'm like, oh, my high score. I gotta hit 5,000 again. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this is feeling pretty good. I gotta get some kind of reset button. I gotta get... oh, and then if you do escape, yeah, it does do the pause menu, which you can do resume. Quit should just go back to the main menu on the pause. Why do you not stop exploding anymore? I wasn't messing with that. I didn't touch that. What do you... huh? Okay, 2 things to fix here. Prefabs, UI, pause menu, quit button. Should instead be main menu. That's quit game and then main menu. What's the other one? Public void, main menu. I guess I could do a restart button too. Okay. Return to the main menu. Okay, there, and then we do one for restart. There we go. Okay, now we can do scene manager dot. Is there a load current scene? Okay, yeah, load scene, and then like scene manager dot current scene, right? Dot get current scene, or like current scene, loaded scene, active scene, get active scene. There we go. That's the one. That name. There we go. Okay. I muddled my way towards remembering it. Because then it should pop up at the end with a restart. Main menu and quit. There's really no... Well, I guess if I have some kind of options menu too. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so... Prefabs, UI, pause menu, resume, and instead of quit, this will be main menu. Main menu. I could do a quit button too, but... yeah, for now this is fine. Okay. So now... on the main menu, the... okay, now I need to change this one. Pause menu. To the quit button. Okay, and that is still a quit game. But that means the prefab, the pause menu. Oh yeah, you don't have anything. Wait, you don't have the audio? Oh, you do, okay. Not that you're gonna hear the audio for the buttons anyway, because start is going to reload the next scene before you can hear the sound effect. And quit is going to kill the scene before you, or kill the game before you can hear any sound effects. Okay, so I wanted to, just for testing and debugging purposes, probably shrink that number so I'm not waiting 30 seconds every time this happens. But it's so tempting to see how much I can do in 30 seconds, which is good. That is... okay, the explosion doesn't stop. It's the other issue. Yeah, okay, so I'll come back after lunch to fix up the background. And so now, why is the explosion not stopping? Spirit bomb. Once you've reached your target, if the bomb's magnitude is less than that. So what is the throne size dot magnitude? And what is the bomb? The bomb size dot magnitude is clearly increasing. So the throne size? You didn't change though. I didn't change that. If the current time is greater than the charge time, oh, and it, so wait, we gotta do the throne here too. Throne. And. So if it hasn't been thrown, there we go. Then you can throw it. There we go. Okay, so that should fix the bomb exploding for too long. And speaking of fixing the thing, let's go back to you. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to here. And let's go to charge time being like 5 seconds. Yeah, okay, I don't want to cut it off immediately. I want to make sure the game is all running, and then it just happens to... There we go. That's that little pithy little... Oh, you can still even see the guy there. Oh, wait, do you... I wonder if you can actually see the target at all. Oh, I can't see the character or the target. Yeah, okay, so it's just kind of too zoomed out. Okay. So the Starry Night background, the explosion audio. So then that's those. Then options and extra stuff if I want. Yeah, high score definitely feeling more necessary. Do I want to do the Starry Night background?
In today's video, we will create skybox using shader graph. I'm using Unity version 2022.2, but it will work on any Unity LTS versions. I have created a project in URP, and while you set up yours, let me roll the intro. Okay, so we can set any unlit material as our skybox. So let's create the shader graph and pay attention here. We go built-in, then unlit shader graph. Let's call it skybox. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will create this starry night effect using shader graph. This will be the follow-up video of my previous how to create skybox video. If you haven't seen it, let's head back into our skybox shader graph. We will create the property for this star intensity here. So let's save our shader graph, head back into our scene view, adjust our material. And we have sparkling stars. Hello. Shader graph. Double click to open it.
Okay, wait. I need to go do it in... Okay, let's pay attention to what it's doing again. Shader graph built in, unlit shader graph. So, shaders... Shader graph... Go ram it. Shader graph... Unlit shader graph... This will be... Stars... Shader graph. Can I actually see what I'm typing? It's immediately busted. Gee, thanks. Okay.
Unlit shader graph. Let's call it skybox shader graph. Double click to open it. Skybox will typically has different colors over the y-axis or vertically top to bottom. So let's create a position node. Position node. We want world position, so let's keep the space at world. And now we need to normalize it, so let's take the output and feed it into normalize node.
Yeah, this is one of those ones I'm like, I probably should do the whole thing. I just need to figure out how to get rid of the Y. I don't actually need to chop it in half.
it will convert our position vector's length or magnitude to 1 unit.
Well, this will give me some bit more procedural stuff. I can't escape it. I love it. It's always got to have some procedural element.
Unit. I want value between 1 and -1, so I normalized it. Okay, we need y-axis, so let's create a split node. So, split node, feed this output here, and this g will be our y. So let's take that and preview it. As you can see, in the preview we have positive value at the top, and while bottom only shows black, it has negative values. So, very top is exactly 1, the center is 0, and the very bottom will be -1, and everything is in between, okay? Let's deal with the sky part first. So let me take this y, and hook it into the clamp node. And clamp the value between 0 and 1. So the bottom half no longer contains any negative values. Then we want to control this gradient blend, so feed its output into the power node. What power node does is it just darkens the value that are less than 1 as we increase the power. Let me give you a quick example that we have a value of 1 with the power of 2. So 1 raised 5, we clamp the values. Let me show you base without breadth. It is displaying property. Call it Zenith blend. We give a default of something like 1. And as you saw a problem with negative values, let's keep the mode slider and keep the minimum to near 0, so 0.01, and the maximum will depend on the preference color this time. Call it sky color. Your default value of your liking. Drag that in and multiply it with our power output. Just like that. Time to do the same for the ground. Now we need bottom part, this bottom part. So
I mean, I could just replicate. Well, no, that would probably cut a line through the whole thing. I'm like, I want it all just be the same thing then, though, right? Color? Is that what the... No. Okay, well, what's the thing? Oh, sky, the variable. Not this, but this. Color and input color, so sky color. And then multiply. The sky color like that. And then I don't actually have a color picked. Okay, so do I need to split the Y off? Okay, what if I pick a color? Ah, there we go, okay. So give me like that dark blue-ish, purple-ish.
let's take the y and clamp it. Minimum value this time will be -1 and max will be 0. So we have a top part with 0 all the way to the center, and then we have negative values in the bottom. However, we need to convert those negative values into positive values. Otherwise, it will break in the power node and we cannot actually tint or multiply it with the ground color as well. So to convert them, we will use negate node, which will basically multiply values we pass in with -1. So let's grab the output and feed it into negate. Now we have the ground part. We will follow the same for the blend and color as we did with the sky. So let's create another float property. I will duplicate this Zenith blend and call it nadir blend. Drag it in. Take this and feed it into power, and this one as well. And then let's create another property for color. Let's duplicate the color. Call it ground color.
So I guess that a super necessary part of this.
Value. Drag this one in and multiply with the power output. We can just add these two. Let me just add. But as you can see, we would get this black horizon part. So let's deal with that. Now we don't really need this preview anymore, so delete it. And we will add this clamp output with the negate. So we have this black horizon. Now we cannot multiply any color with the black or the value of 0 because it would just return black. So let's invert this. Keep in mind here, we have values between 0 and 1. So to invert them, we have a handy little node called 1 minus node, which will just do 1 minus whatever value we pass. For example, if we pass 1, so 1 minus 1 equals 0, so white to black. And if we pass 0, then 1 minus 0 equals 1, so black to white. And you get the idea, right? So let's feed it into 1 minus. Now we also want to control the blend of the horizon, so you guessed it. Let's duplicate one of the blend property. Call it horizon blend. Drag that in. Grab this output, feed it into another power node. This one here. And give a default value of something like 30. So we can see the effect. And the same thing for color. So let's duplicate one of the color. Call it horizon color. Let's drag this one in and multiply it with our power. There we go. Only thing that remains is we need to add all these multiply outputs. So let's just do that. We can add in any order, it doesn't matter. So let me just add this multiply with our horizon and add this one with our ground. And feed this into our master node space color. And save our graph. Head back into the project window. Let's create a material. Call it skybox. And go to our lighting windows environment tab.
Okay, materials. Materials, skybox, or kind of like a night sky skybox or whatever. But okay, and then you want to switch out the shader to be the one that I just made. Okay, so I did not actually attach it. The final step. It was adding all that to the color node, right?
Into our master node space color. And save our graph.
Oh, and then save the main preview doesn't look right though. Okay, cause I normalized it. I didn't want to separate it into 3 different values. I wanted to all be the one same star. Starry Night. I didn't feel like I needed to split the Y into 3 different values. But just multiplying the color doesn't actually give you a nice color. Okay, so does it turn the entire sky pink if I do that? So if I go to window, rendering, lighting, environment, default skybox to instead my horrible star shader. Nah. Yeah, no, that's not, it works. It doesn't work well. You could tell that it's a goofy as heck. But, oh, the camera is still the solid color though, right? Okay, so camera. Wait, so if I switch the camera to skybox instead of solid color. Yeah, okay, well. It's a slightly tinted purple. Okay, so did I need to split that a little more or something? Okay, how do I make the preview look nice? For this stars shader graph here. Because the main preview does not look nice. Okay, wait, why did I do position? That's what it said to start with, was a position, normalize, split. Yeah, I'm like, why did I need to separate this all out into different things here exactly? Okay, so can I just... So instead of this, can I just take my sky color and put it into here? And get rid of you? Just change the... Why does the main preview look just terrible? Okay, then we save it. Yeah, there. Now it's just a solid color. Okay, cool. So now, let's just see what the Starry Night
Head
thing
back
looks
into
like.
the project window.
Let's just see if there's
Create
anything
Vtuber.
extra that was done here.
Call it skybox. And go to our lighting windows environment tab. So window, rendering, and lighting. So in lighting, go to environments tab, and then in the skybox material slot, feed our skybox.
Yeah, okay.
So let's go. So yeah, there we have it. We can adjust this from the inspector. And yeah, we have our custom skybox. I would typically say that's it for this video, but this time there's more to come, so stay tuned for that. If you find the video helpful, consider like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will create this starry night effect using shader graph. This will be the follow-up video of my previous how to create skybox video. If you haven't seen it, link is in the description below. Check it out. I'm using Unity version 2022, but it will work on any Unity LTS versions. From last time, we have our project in URP, we have our skybox shader graph, we have assigned our skybox material, and for this one, we will need a post-processing volume with the modules Bloom and the tone mapping with the mode Aces. The rest is up to
Tone mapping mode Aces. Okay. Because I have a post-processing volume with Bloom, but I don't have a tone mapping mode. Why? And then Unity just... Okay, just stop. Then just quit the Unity if it's, you're gonna flip and explode. Yeah, okay. So can I get this Starry Night sort of working?
With those things out of the way, let's get started.
Oh, and color adjustments. Wait.
And the tone mapping with the mode Aces. The rest is up to your preference.
Oh,
With those
okay,
things out of
yes.
the way, let's get started. Okay, we can modify our skybox shader graph, but it would become a mess.
Okay, now, can I do that, or are you going to explode again? So tone mapping. Oh, you did add it. Mode Aces. Okay, I lied. Maybe we hold off on that until after they explain the thing. Also, excuse me, I did want the skybox that I had. Also, excuse me, I did want the... excuse me, did you save anything? Okay, you do have the planet shader graph. Do you have a material? Skybox. Okay, but you're not the right one. No. Skybox. No, stop. Shader graphs. Stars, a shader graph, not the planet one. There we go. Okay. And now give me the... No! Bugger off! Why are you flipping doing this to me? Stop! I just want to change something. Why does it cause Unity to just straight up explode? It used to do errors. Now it's just like, nah, it's gone. Okay, so shaders, stars shader. What does this look like? It just throws a color into here. That's fine. That's right. That's good. Okay, then there's a material that is the skybox. And then if I switch out this shader graph for my apparently absolutely awful star shader, you explode? No. Okay, now you seem to do it. So now we hit save a billion times. Then we go to... Then you don't do it! What do you flippin' mean? Okay, why do you say... Access is denied? It's this... Okay, whatever computer security thing on this new computer is way, way too overtuned. I can't make a file without it going, oh, let's double check. Okay, where are you? Can I say, hey, I'm a developer. I'm actually adding files to my computer. Do other people not add files to their computer? Is that what you're telling me? Okay. It did it once, though. So, how about I do... render... window... rendering lighting... environment... default skybox to my horrible monstrosity... of skybox? Oh, so it does have the stars shader. Oh, and it even lets me do that. Okay, well then sure. Then I don't have to mess with the material. Okay, so that's working for now. Okay.
So to keep things a bit simple and readable, let's create a subgraph. Think of subgraph as a method or function of our script. We can use them as a node in other shader graphs, and it can be used for reusability of our logic or to keep things simple. Terrible description, but alright. So let's create the subgraph. Right click, create shader graph, and subgraph.
Okay. Oh, did I want to watch the whole thing and then rewatch it? Sure. You know what? Maybe let's do that.
Let's call it star subgraph, and double click to open it. Subgraph is different from shader graph in a sense that it does not have a master node. Instead, it will contain the output node, and the properties of our subgraph.
I watched so many of these outline shader videos, and I never subscribed. What?
Will act as an input ports. Let's leave the output node alone for the time being, and create a simple noise. Now we want to control the scale from the inspector, so let's create a float property. Call it star height. The default value of something like 100, so we can see the preview better. And assign it to our scale. It would be best to have an actual star texture for real-life star constellations, but I was unable to create one myself. I also tried using Voronoi, but it looks too uniform, so we will use our noise as our stars. Take its output and feed it into power node. What power node does is it will just perform mathematical power operation, but in this context, it will just darkens the value, which are less than 1, as we increase the power. And we want to control this power, so let's create another float property. I'll just duplicate this one. Call it star power, how original. With a default value of something like 15. Drag that in and feed it into the power. Then we will take this output and multiply it with the color. Set the mode HDR, the color of your liking, and set the intensity really high. And feed its output into the output node. Select our output node, get back here in the node settings, and give a proper name here, so we'll just give it stars. Save, head back into our skybox shader graph, drag our subgraph here. Notice our created properties have become input ports, so we will create those two properties here and feed them in. Now if we are creating outer spacing, then we can directly add this with our final add here. But it's not the case here, so let me take this output and multiply it with our sky part. So multiply with this clamp node, and then
Okay, wait. If we're making a space scene, you can just do that, okay? Well, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so it should have been everything I need then, right? So I want to shaders, create. Also, that way of doing stars, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. That seems... okay, I actually want a shader graph subgraph. And this is a stars shader subgraph. And then it was noise, simple noise. And then it was star height. And then the star power. Yeah, we're seeing how much of this I memorized. So it was just put both of these into here. I don't remember.
Right. So let's create the subgraph. Right click, create shader graph and subgraph. And double click to open it. Instead, it will contain the output node. Let's leave the output node alone for the time. Now we want to control the scale from the inspector. So let's create a float property. Call it star height. The default value of something like 100 so we can see.
Okay, default value is something like 100.
The preview better. And assign it to our scale. It would be best to have
Okay, and assign it to the scale, not the... Okay, so it's not... Yeah, only half remembered it.
actual star texture for real-life star constellations, but I was unable to create one myself. I also tried using Voronoi, but it looks too uniform, so we will use our noise as our stars. Take its output and feed it into power node. What power node does is it will just perform mathematical power operation, but in this context, it will just darkens the value which are less than 1 as we increase the power. And we want to control this power, so let's create another float property. I'll just duplicate this one, call it star power, how original, with a default value of something like 15, drag that in and feed it into the power. Then we will take this output and multiply it with the color. Set the mode HDR, the color of your liking, and set the intensity really, really high. And feed it.
Okay, yeah. No. Alright, okay, so multiply by the color that you're... color of your liking. Okay, wait. No, go back.
Drag that in and feed it into the power. Then we will take this output and multiply it with the color. Set the mode HDR, the color of your liking.
Okay, multiply. Add a color. We'll just do like a white, I guess. That's something about HDR. And then who goes where again?
And set the intensity really, really high.
Set the intensity really, really high. Okay.
And feed this output into the output node. Select our output node. Get back here in the node settings and give a proper name here. So I'll just give it stars. Save.
I guess thank you for the raid. Although the issue being, I'm watching a tutorial on how to make stars for my background. That's it's a raid when I'm doing literally the most boring thing. I appreciate it though. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I could also show off. Oh, how was your stream? I'm assuming more. I'm assuming also down to jam, but yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty close to lunch too, so I'm like also gonna take off. Okay, and let's set that. Yeah, everything's kind of half finished right now, so I'm in the process of trying to get it a little more finished. But I'm like I said, I'm guessing some down to jam. I don't know if you are doing down to jam or not, but I hope whatever you were working on is going well. I was gonna change the value on this so you can actually see a little more of what the heck is going on. Time. Where's the charge time? There we go. So now I can do 30 seconds of yelling. I could go from the main menu there, but currently working on a down to jam entry as well. Yeah, okay. I think, and it's my chat's been pretty heckin' quiet because I think the everybody's doing down to jam stuff, but yeah. So for down to jam, the theme was gather, and I said, let's do gathering power. And thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, everybody. Man, I was like, I just needed 2 followers to hit the Halo number, 343. But now I've definitely hit it. But yeah, it was the one behind the cat lady simulator last time. Okay, yeah, and then it actually explodes at the right time. I sound like Michael Cera. I don't know that I've heard that. Interesting. Now I gotta go look up Michael Cera. Do I look like Michael Cera? I don't think so. But that was some vague sense of what the game looks like. I guess I could do from the main menu here too. But the whole idea is a la a Dragon Ball Z, where you shout a whole bunch. I guess not the shout, but have a lovely speaking voice. Thank you. Yeah, and I put this on the main menu here so you can kind of get a sense of like as you talk, or rather as you make noise into the microphone. I very much have to replace the charging sound effect. I just kind of threw something in there, and it sounds much more like a spaceship that's exploding than it does like a here. Let me charge my spirit bomb. Yeah, okay. I think next thing I gotta do is like a high score and stuff too. In audio-based game, that was what sold me on this, is because I hadn't done microphone input as a thing, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, that's like, and it's so far it's been fairly easy to put together, so. Yeah, and I'm just trying to get the star night sky here going, so. Yeah, Kamehameha simulator. I think that's more of like a beam. I was spirit bomb simulator. And ideally, like the game I did for the last Down to Jam, which is the little ducks roller coaster. I figured because I'm doing another Down to Jam, I was like, oh, we'll do another. I'll keep my little roller coaster that I made last time. But that, yeah, the little ducks have a some stream input commands, and I was hoping to do that here too, just because a la Dragon Ball, you have the scene of. Oh, I guess the one that I keep looking at is the video games, but I know watching the thing is like, oh, here's send me your power, lend me your power, and I was like, okay, yeah, I do want to have it like people could put chat messages in, and that also powers the giant spirit ball. So we'll see if I get around to that. So far, the pace of things is going pretty good. So, when all the living beings of the world send out their heart to Goku so he could save the world, cry every time. And it's funny, I don't actually know Dragon Ball at all. It was just the idea of like gathering power and, oh wait, I could use the microphone input. Oh, I haven't done something like that. So, that was the whole idea. It was just like, oh, okay. We'll add some microphone input here too. And some of these other things are like, oh, I found a tutorial for how to do like a simple night sky here. So, yeah, middle of the day yesterday, it was a little I was a little concerned about it. I kept getting down in weird rabbit holes. Yeah, the stick figure was also this morning too. I realized, wait a second, there's also these like stick fight sort of things that also do the like giant laser Kamehameha stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a nice, simple, easy character to make. So yelling is a big part of his character too. Yeah, just watching a little bit of Dragon Ball, I was like, his voice is higher than I thought it would be. I'm like, I don't know if it's also yet another one of those anime characters or one of those cartoon characters that's also voiced by a woman, or like a young boy character that's also voiced by a. Yeah, I think the starting scene there might be a little too much with the screen shake, but I think it's also kind of fun. So, at least right now, I'm gonna leave it. I don't know if that's like an epilepsy thing or not, but like just like this giant ball staring into a giant white ball might also be a little painful. So, I need to run. Gonna go make some cookies. That sounds good. Yeah, like I said, I'm right at lunch here too. So, if people are still around, might actually wait. No, that's a good opportunity since I was just watching a video. Yeah, I still need the explosion sound effect. I'm like, it's coming together for the most part. Yeah, and I figured this is literally just a sphere with a noise texture on it, but I'm like, I feel like it fits the vibe of like a Dragon Ball game or like a or at least like a because Dragon Ball has like I feel like it fits the vibe of Dragon Ball to have just like a low poly planet with a texture on it kind of thing. Okay, but I realize, wait a second. If I'm about to take off, maybe I take off now while there is in fact still people here, right? Well, okay, let's double check that that anybody is here. Yes, okay, there are still people here. Let's pass off a large pilot because I'm gonna go take off to lunch here too. So let's see if there, duh. Wait a second, Down2Jam. There's a whole thing of Down2Jammers here. Invadium. I was. Oh, maybe we do some more. See what Invadium's up to. I saw a little bit of. Looks like fractal trees or something. Oh, was this also a? Wait. I hadn't seen what this one was either. Was this auto? Was this the auto battler one? Gee, thanks. Okay, well, let's let the ad run out there while I put a list together again. Okay, I'm almost done with the background. I'll finish that later. I want to just go take off and eat, so. Yeah, okay, Dan's making an auto battler. He's becoming inspired? He's coming inspired? Yeah, no, I want to go see what these auto battler people are up to. So, yeah, okay, so then that's the Starry Night Sky. I'm kind of getting done here. And then I need the explosion audio for the audio portion. Yeah, because I have button audio, but then all the buttons that you press just don't actually... they transition to another seed before you could even hear the button audio. Plus, I just dragged that from somewhere anyway. Sound effects for part 2 of the game are done. Now I only need sound effects for part 1 of the game. Some music and stuff. Awesome. Probably struggling because he hasn't been doing dev lately. Oh, okay, so it's just getting back. You have to straight up watch it. Okay. Gee, thanks. I'm already hungry. I don't need more. Oh, did that kill the ad? I was like, I didn't mean to kill the ad by dragging it to another screen. But I'll take it. Okay. So let's go over here. Although, yeah, I don't know if I'm passing everybody in a loop. But... Oh, I guess for anybody that is here, I do game dev a lot, and I do Down2Jam. I've done the last 2 Down2Jams. Like I said, the little ducks in the roller coaster are doing it, so... If you want more game dev, I do more game dev, so... But let's go right over here. While there's still people to raid with, and then I will go eat some lunch. And yeah, I'll be back in like an hour and a half if anybody's around to see. The polish is coming together pretty well in the game, but yeah, let's go check out the auto battler over here. I will be back at like 12:30 at the latest, or hour and a half at the latest. Okay, bye. I want to say good night. Thanks for stopping by. It's not late. Okay, bye.